Well, South Florida, there's a look at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. The excitement brewing here in South Florida. As a moment ago, the Dolphins starters were introduced to this home crowd. They're fired up as well as they get set to match up with the New York Giants. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30.
Now the former Washington Husky, here's Myles Gaskin. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's second down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. On the handoff, it's Gaskin. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. He rifles one that's intercepted. Julian Love picks it, and he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ball game.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football. But at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down. Now Jones just going to bat this forward on the Jets. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. They'll give it to Barkley off the option play. He's to the 10 and finally down at the 9-yard line. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a 1st and goal.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
1st and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points. They'll swing this out to Toney. Touchdown, Giants! Kadarius Toney hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Giants are going to take a first-quarter lead. Graham Gano on for the extra point. It's up, it's good, and the Giants have a 7-0 lead. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
Waddle is going to elect to not bring this out, and instead his guys will begin at the 25-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34.
Watch his flat. Watch his flat. Hey, Mike 20, Mike 20. Hey, let's get in them holes.
This is Gaskin on the carry. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
They'll run now with Gaskin.
And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss.
Strong right, strong right, strong right. Hey, 4 down, 4 down. Mike 20.
Now they'll throw with Tagovailoa. The pressure gets there, and Tua is going to be taken down.
Give the sack to Blake Martinez.
Well, they sent him on the blitz from that linebacker spot, and boy, he got there quickly.
He certainly did, and obviously he could have used a block from his running back, but I think you nailed it right there. The defender got into the backfield so fast, it's hard for anyone to react.
So now after the sack, Tua and the Dolphins staring at a 3rd and long.
Looking to pass. Tua. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that's caught inside the 35. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
The thing that hurt on that play, the missed tackle, that allowed the extra yardage.
It's a matchup game in the NFL. You get the guy that you want isolated, have him miss a tackle, and off you go.
Hey, tight down. There you go. Right there.
Gaskin.
And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2.
Well, he did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone trying his best to get there in this game. So far, he's been denied.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. 54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch.
They'll try to run this one in. And he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage with a penalty flag down. This might push him back further. That time, the right guard sending him backwards.
And so many different types of guys rotate in on the defensive line now, depending on situations. You can get the bulky guy, the fast guy. No matter what, though, you can't hold them.
A crucial penalty there as the hold backs him up for another 2nd and goal. Here's Tua. But now he's swallowed up and taken down. Dexter Lawrence able to drop him for a loss of a couple.
2nd goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
They need to reverse the trend. The last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's 3rd and goal. Tua sets up to pass it.
Tua hit, and the ball is out.
And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. A bad 3rd down mistake there.
Points were already on the board in their mind. And that's the worst part about it, right? Because it's just like in golf. Never count it in the cup until it rolls in there. Otherwise, you can really get messed up with your scores. In this case, you know they thought, hey, at least 3, maybe even a chance to get 6. It's a little bit demoralizing going off the field now that you've turned it over and you come up empty.
Yeah, if he holds on to that, at least the field goal on 4th down, now they lose it. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They have to be thrilled with that first drive. They got him the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up a score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their opponents.
Still 9 remaining on 2nd down. Throwing, Jones. Right back to Tony. He's got another one. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. This defense for the Dolphins, they were very strong last week in the win over Carolina.
And they needed to be because the game was a game we don't see very often anymore. Low scoring, slugging it out in the trenches. One play can make the difference type of a game, and each play took on more importance, and they got it done.
Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down. Now Jones. That'll be taken in there by Kenny Golladay. And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. A first down carry for Barkley. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Brandon, we just saw the benefits of being able to run the ball successfully. They pick up 4 yards on that carry. So now if you're a play caller, you can do just about anything you want. But on the defensive side of the ball, you scramble a little bit. Now you're behind trying to figure out, do I need to blitz him? Do I need to pressure him? How do I gain an advantage on this snap?
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. First down. Looking to throw. Jones escaping the pressure right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Jones with a handoff to Barkley. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. Operating from the gun, Jones. Flush to his right. And he'll find Golladay. That's complete. And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And time to give some credit to the big fellas, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes because you got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time be able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
Now a pass dumped off to his running back. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Good call there on first down. And, Brandon, I'm getting better over the years and not screaming out, screen, screen, screen with my defensive training. They want to keep those pass rushers honest, and they did so there, and they wind up picking up positive yardage.
And he'll take this one down near the 15. Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave him with a third down.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again, they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That was a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Jones fakes the give to Barkley. It's hauled in by Shepard. And he will have a Giants first down by about a yard as they're able to convert on 3rd and 2.
I don't care how many times we say it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Back to throw. Jones. This one goes out wide for Barkley. Touchdown! Saquon Barkley. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Giants are able to grow their lead. CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. Extra point try good by Gano. And that'll make the score 14-0. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Waddle is going to elect to not bring this out, and instead his guys will begin at the 25-yard line. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
Now, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Gaskin. Room to run for Gaskin. And all the way up to the 45-yard line. 18 big yards on that one, and a Miami first.
A nice substantial run there by Gaskin, who was the Dolphins' leading rusher in 2020. 584 total yards in just 7 starts and got stronger as the season went on. Not bad for a 7th-round pick in 2019. He was drafted number 234 overall that season.
And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. That hold coming from the middle of the line, the center.
And it's difficult for him because sometimes you've got people right over you, and as soon as you snap it, trying to get your hands up and block them, you can be a little bit late getting it done.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Now Tua. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. Call it a gain of 12, but of course not a first down due to the previous penalty. Two minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll send you up to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there, and he'll have stats and scores from a busy Sunday in the NFL. To throw again on second down. Tua. And this would complete to Will Fuller. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked up by James Bradbury. And the Giants are going to take over at their own 13-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Jones on first down. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a second and 10. Looking to throw. Jones. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. From the gun, Jones. Dancing to his left. And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line. Taking matters into his own hands, and he picks up 4 yards and a first down. With nowhere to throw it, decided to scramble, and a nice job, CD. Got the yardage that he needed.
Yeah, and his teammates are certainly going to appreciate that effort, even if his coaches don't, because they would have wanted him to slide and protect himself. But he chose team gain over personal protection.
Jones now throwing on first down. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35.
With all the success they've had throwing the football as a pass rusher, you know you've got to come hard when you see him drop back to throw. So I really like this call to counteract that pass rush with a screen. It turns into positive yardage. A lot of times the offense says, just replace the rusher with the ball, and it turns into a good play.
And that's complete to Shepard. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Now Jones on 1st and 10. That's caught by Galladay. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Kenny Galladay, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. Gano the extra point, and it's now 21-0. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And with a 3-score deficit staring them in the face, they might have to press the issue here and try to get points out of this drive. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he's going to have a first down, but not sure it'll matter as the clock will continue to run. 40 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game. So we come upon halftime here with the visiting Giants out on top as we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Both teams likely making their final adjustments before the second half. So, time for us to go back downstate to Miami and rejoin Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Second half ready to get rolling. The Giants with a lead, and they are set to receive this kick. No run back here to begin the half, and we will start at the 25-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. The first half definitely went their way, and this would seem to be a great opportunity to kind of put this game a little closer out of reach with a score here.
Yeah, and it's a wonderful opportunity for them because if they can add 7 more to their lead before the other guys even see the football, that could be the decisive blow in this game. I think that's how they're eyeing it. That's how they're approaching it.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. A give to Barkley out of the gun. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
Here's Jones on 3rd down. Gets this out to Saquon Barkley. Oh, nice move. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A 3rd down gain of 19. On 1st down, Barkley. And he's across midfield and into Miami territory. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. They'll run it again with Barkley. He gets it forward for 4, maybe 5, but the flags fly, and this one could be coming back. Andrew Thomas, former first-rounder from Georgia, called for the penalty there. They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Now Jones just going to bat this forward on the jet sweep. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down.
Yeah, not much there that time, and I think we were both wondering once he got out of the box whether he just throw the ball away, and he winds up only picking up a yard or 2.
Dixon, the punter, is on as he sends it away. A chance for Waddle on the return. 33 yards is the distance on the punt there, and it'll be Dolphin football. 1st down Miami as they get set to start the drive.
I'm going to run you over. I'm going to run you over. 54 is Mike. 54.
Now a handoff here to his running back. Room to run for Gaskin. And some space here. And did he get in? No. Down at the 1-yard line. 111 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
So close. Couldn't get all the way in, knocking on the doorstep down to the one. Nevertheless, fantastic run.
Not only that, this is where you wave to your replacement, go back to the bench. No way. I'm not coming out of this game. I got it down to the 1 yard line. I want to carry it in.
We'll see if they reward him on this next play. No gain on the play, and it's going to be 2nd and goal.
I don't know about you, Brandon, but I often think to myself, in these situations, I want a back who can create his own space, who can break tackles, and in a sense, become his own blocker. We don't have that guy in the game right now.
That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
That's a nice example of good team defense right there. Ball was snapped at the 1 yard line. They knocked him back and caused a loss. But you notice they were trying to find any type of a gap to run through. Wasn't one available, and they stuffed the play right there in the middle of the field.
Tua now, 3rd and goal.
Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sack back around the 8.
Danny Shelton muscles his way in for the sack.
3rd and goal, they decided to throw for it, but how about the play defensively? Couldn't find anyone open, left him nowhere to go with the football, had to absorb the sack.
The offense stays out there. A big challenge here from this far back, but they're going for it on 4th and goal. Tua on 4th down.
And this is going to be intercepted.
Picked up by James Bradbury. And the Giants are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
They go play action here on 1st down. He's going to loft it deep right sideline.
Tried to drop it in there, but it's intercepted.
Picked up by Xavier Howard. And the Dolphins are going to get it back here just shy of the 20. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores. But, yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And, look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
The tackle is made by Adoree Jackson. That time they're able to bottle him up, but he's having a really nice game.
I agree with that. Let's just go big picture, right? Every back that's in the Hall of Fame had carries where they didn't gain yardage or they lost yardage, but you stick with them, don't you? When they're having a good game, keep feeding them.
55 is mine, guys. 55.
On 2nd down, it's Brown.
And once again, not much running room, if any at all.
Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on 3rd down. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Now the pressure comes and he goes at the 10, back at the 9. Nickel Roby back off the corner. Here's Michael Pilardi now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. Call that a 46-yard punt with a net of 40 on the 6-yard return. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And last time, 1 play interceptions, so this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this break.
You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now a play fake here on first down.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it, and it's second down.
They're certainly not letting up on the pressure in this one, and oftentimes you hear this expression, all gas, no break from defenses. But in this case, it's the offense still throwing the football up big in the fourth quarter.
Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. And he'll snag about 5 yards down to the 32.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
The Giants on third down. They have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. Back to throw. Jones. He dumps it off to Barkley.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
And it bangs off the left upright and deflects away. It's no good. So plenty of leg, but it's the accuracy there that lets him down.
Yeah, he hit it really well. I think this might have been good from 55, but you'll see it just conk off that upright, and they're denied a chance at 3 points.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. Just too much to handle on the other side in this one.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Big Leonard Williams there on the stop.
He's having a big game running the football, but that one will hurt the yards per carry a little bit.
Yeah, but the average he's got so far, that's the type of average he wants to take with him to contract negotiations, doesn't he?
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
You ain't got nothing. You ain't got nothing. Mark 55. Mark 55.
Another run with Gaskin.
And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48.
120 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Now a handoff looking right. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. A handoff as they run the counter play. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. A loss of 1, now a loss of 2, and they're staring at a 3rd and 13. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. He's letting this one go for Fuller. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
They're going for it. Here's Tua with it. This will be caught. It's Waddle.
And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25.
No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. give this time to the tailback. And this down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll get a couple here down to the 22.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
A 3rd down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. Leonard Williams make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. I don't know what else can be said about this pass rush. They have been sensational. CD, that is now 6 sacks for them.
And how many times do we talk to offensive coordinators and they say a sack is a result of everyone on offense not doing their job? But let's be honest about this one. This is the offensive line unable to counter.
Touchdown Dolphins. Jalen Waddle, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Dolphins are finally on the board here in the 4th quarter. Jason Sanders now for the extra point. It's up, it's good, and that'll cut the lead to 21-7. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. This fielded right at the goal line. And able to get this out to the 25.
Come on now, let's go.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Now all of a sudden we've got an interesting game here. You just saw them go down and score a touchdown. And what was a comfortable lead at halftime, it's down to a 2-score game.
And so the obvious thought is they've got to ramp things back up again. Got to get the offense into high gear. But we've seen this before. When you've kind of been in shutdown mode for a while thinking that you're okay, it's hard to mash the gas again and have everything work perfectly. They've got to fashion together a good drive right here and now.
Because defensively, got to be feeling confident. They haven't allowed a point this half. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
On 3rd and short, they'll try option left. And he is not going anywhere. He will not even get back to the line of scrimmage as the clock will stop at the 2-minute warning. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 4th down here in a game that looks to have been decided already. Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. A 40-yard punt, 1 yard on the return, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now defensively, you've almost got to get down into those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something because right now they're just cutting them to shreds.
Tua. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. All smiles and high fives on that defensive sideline. That interception will cap off what was truly a tremendous performance.
Yeah, if you can hold a team to 7 points in the NFL, That's the kind of day that you feel really good about. And I do know a few guys are going to think to themselves, held them to 7. If we'd made one more play, could have had our shutout.
Emmanuel Ogbah there on the stop. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Again, it's Barkley. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 51 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. A handoff to Barkley. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
So a victory here for the men in blue, the New York Giants. And it was a bit of a strange game. They were held scoreless through the entire second half, but their first half output, that's enough to carry them to victory.
And that's an odd game to watch, isn't it? Because when we saw the output in the first half, you think to yourself, okay, they've got something working here. They know what they're doing. They'll continue that along. But instead, it's goose eggs in the second half. Fortunately, enough of a cushion and enough defense to carry them home.
So for the Giants, they continue to make their case for the playoffs as they move to 9-3. And another road date awaits them next week as their opponents will be the Los Angeles Chargers. Meanwhile, for the Dolphins, they're squarely in play for next year mode now as they drop to 2-11. And they'll get the extra week to think about this one as they return to action in 2 weeks' time.